hiding something from me. What is it, Annie?
Daniel, I'm not hiding anything from you. Don't be a pest. I'm not hiding anything.
Good evening.
Good evening, Doctor. Doctor, can I speak to you?
I want to speak to both you also.
Why?
I just found out what you did. If I hadn't done that before, I would have been sorely tempted to leave you out in the street. Oh, don't worry, I won't tell the police about it. Tony asked me not to. I'm sorely tempted to kick you out right now.
Dr. Moore, I understand. When can Daniel leave?
Oh, he can leave maybe in a couple of days. Oh, and don't forget, I have this information.
What does he mean by that? Don't forget. I mean, what can he do? He's getting paid. The nerve.
Tony, she doesn't want to. Are you going to make her?
Andrew, I will get her back into this house. I don't care what I have to do. I already spoke to everybody, and they promised me that they wouldn't give her any money.
Well, that's going to be kind of hard to control, isn't it?
Well, Marnie and her father told me that they would help me out.
Where's Victoria?
She's in her bedroom, Camille. Anyway, I spoke to Alex and Frank Tornell.
Alex?
Yeah. Alex told me that she went and saw Rachel and that she promised her some money.
Well, what did she tell you?
Well, she told me that she wasn't going to give her any money.
Well, when did she say all this?
This afternoon. Why?
Because a couple of minutes ago, she called her father in Mexico City and asked for $40,000.
Up, I said. Come on, get up. Get up, Judy. Vamos, Judy, despiértate. Get dressed and get going. You heard me. You heard me? I said get up and get dressed. We got some company coming over, and I don't want you here, okay? Get your butt out of bed. You too. Tú también vístete y vete, okay? You guys don't want to get me angry. You know what I'm like when I get angry, all right? I'm leaving in a few minutes to pick up my friend. If you guys aren't gone, and I'm back, there'll be trouble. You understand that?
Sí, ya entendí.
Ya entendí. Bonita camisa.
Mira.
You guys understood?
Sí.
She's having a baby?
Yes.
Who told you this, Tony?
No. Max told me. He says it's his child.
Rachel is pregnant with Max's child?
Well, that's what he says, but who knows? He's been lying so much, I don't know what to believe.
Oh, God, what if it's true? Does Tony know?
I'm not sure.
Oh, no. Max. Max.
Victoria, we're not sure it's Max's child.
Doesn't matter whose child it is. If she's pregnant, that child belongs in this family.
Absolutely insane. She's ranting and raving. She's yelling at me, telling me that things are just way out of control, and that it's dangerous. And this I loved. She said that if something happened to Tony, that was going to be my fault, and that she was never going to forgive me.
Well, why would you say that?
You know, I know she was talking to Clark when I came in, and he said something to her, but I don't know what.
What else did she say?
She didn't say anything else. Frank, what's going on?
I have no idea, honey.
Do you think that this man, this Bill, one who's pretending to be David Larchmont, do you think he could have something to do with this?
Why do you say that?
Okay. Just go with me on this for a second. I remember a while back that Camille had told me that this guy had made a couple of dates with Rachel. But then he never showed up.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that it's possible that he might have taken things into his own hands and he could be planning something?
God, I don't know.
Frank, what are we going to do? Because I don't think Camille is going to help me anymore. And Tony, as usual, he won't talk to me.
Thank you.
All right, Carla. Here we are. Are you going to talk to me now?
I'd like a drink first.
What can I bring you?
I'd like a vodka on the rocks, please.
Very well, sir.
Are you in a bad mood?
No, I'm not in a bad mood. I just have a lot on my mind. So could we please get through this?
Okay. Rachel moved out of your brother's house. What, you already knew?
Yeah, Carla, I already knew that. Tell me something I don't know.
Well, I do know something else.
Go ahead.
I know who David Larchmont is.
Who?
Frank Tornell.
Not possible.
Why not?
Because I spoke to Larchmont on the phone, and there's no way that was Frank's voice.
But Maura told me Frank was helping her. She told me he was David Larchmont.
Once they get the divorce, it's open season on Tony for you, baby.
Frank, I don't know what she's still doing here. I mean, what is she still doing here? Why the hell didn't she go back to San Francisco where she belongs?
She's getting the ball rolling for the divorce proceedings.
The divorce proceedings, she can do them there.
It's the same thing. Honey, don't worry about what Camille said. She's just a frustrated bitch, okay?
Okay.
Go home. Get some rest.
All right. Okay. I'm fine. I'm going to call you in the morning, okay?
Yeah. Get some rest, baby. David Larchmont, please. Get your butt over here now!
So is that why you wanted the money?
Yes. What are you doing?
I'm calling your father.
Well, you can't do that. Stop running into my life.
You're the one that's butting into everybody else's life. Now, you listen to me. Rachel is expecting a child. It's a very delicate pregnancy, and she needs proper attention.
Is that true?
Yes, Victoria. It is true. That's why Rachel's moving back into the house.
I was just trying to help. You want her to move back in here, even if the child isn't yours? Max says the child's his.
It's Max's address.
Why?
What is his address?
I'm not going to tell you.
Victoria.
It's just crazy that a woman like that can make two brothers fight like animals.
Rachel.
What are you doing here?
She's moving back in.
Good evening. No, she is not. You're the reason everything happened in this family. I won't live under the same roof as this woman.
Fine.
don't understand. Maura's my own sister, and she doesn't even like me. She doesn't care what happens to me.
I take it from somebody who knows. Sometimes it's just the way it goes.
I don't have any friends. Did you know that?
How can you say that?
Well, I know a lot of people. I go to parties, clubs, everything. But there's just not one person I can point at and say, that's my friend.
Hey. Point at me. I'm your friend.
Really?
Really. You are a very, very pretty girl.
Do you really think so?
I really think so.
Are you sure you're not trying just to use me?
Use you? Using's a relative term, isn't it? Why in the world would I be using you? What for?
To spy on Maura and Frank.
I like you. Very much. Now let's just think of that other stuff as a fringe benefit of our relationship. Okay?
You really like me? You're serious? You're not kidding?
Do I look like I'm kidding? Hmm?
No.
Tomorrow she and I will look for our own place. And you can stay right here.
I'll save you the trouble. I'll leave now.
Victoria, wait. I didn't come here to stay. I came here to ask you to leave me alone. For good.
Can we talk about this in my office, please?
No. I want to talk about it right here, right now, in front of everyone.
Fine. Alex, why don't you go to your room?
No. I want her to stay here. She's the only one that's treated me like a human being through this whole thing. It's just too bad Max isn't here.
Well, we could call him.
No.
Tony, do you want me to call him?
Absolutely.
That's not true, Frank. The first time I had to leave because I was about to get in a fight.
Who with?
Some poor bastard who claims I stole his money at the club.
Yeah, what about the second time?
Second time, she didn't even show.
Do you know Anani Fernandez?
Yeah, she used to work at the club.
Used to.
And I think she got fired.
You haven't seen her recently.
No.
Annie Fernandez claims that David Larchman gave her money to blame Rachel's sister for the accident.
I know absolutely nothing about this, Frank. I swear.
You haven't seen her recently.
No.
Do you know where she lives?
No.
Okay, you can go now. Go on, get out of here!
What now?
Nothing. Go back to the apartment. I'll call you tomorrow. George, Frank here. Did Anani Fernandez ever work in the club? Why did she leave? Mr. Stockdail's father-in-law? You think it was Bill? Who was asking for him? I see. All right, thanks, George.
I've wanted to leave for a long time, but Tony wouldn't let me.
Even when he found out the truth.
Well, you know why.
Yes, I know why. Because you wanted to get back at Max.
Among other things.
What is that supposed to mean?
Rachel knows exactly what I mean.
We don't.
Because it's not your business, Camille.
Tony asked me for a divorce. And I agreed. I also told him that I didn't want anything from him, including his money. Isn't that true?
Yes.
Then he found out I was pregnant.
I didn't say anything, I swear, Rachel.
No, Alex. Martin told me, Rachel. He also told me that you didn't want me to know.
I didn't want anybody to know.
Why'd you tell Max then?
For your information, Camille, Max found out from the doctor. He found me in the hotel and he came into the room as the doctor was leaving. The doctor told Max and my father about the baby.
Rachel, who's the father of this child?
How dare you ask me that question? What do you mean, who's the father of my child?
Max says he is.
Well, Max is lying. I've never had anything to do with him.
He says you did.
He can think whatever he wants, Camille. I know the truth. Look, I really don't care what you people think. Tony, I am not moving back to this house. I want to go back to San Francisco and I want to forget about you and everybody else. Victoria, I've tried to leave many times, but Tony wouldn't let me. And he's also asked everybody not to help me. Frank Tornell was going to loan me some money and Tony told him not to. Now, if I am such a bad person, why would he want me to stay in this house?
Are you through? Good. Let's continue the rest of this discussion in my office.
Why?
Because the rest of this discussion has got nothing to do with these people.
The only thing I want from you is for you to leave me alone.
Let's go.
Are you all blind? Can't you see that she's telling the truth?
Camille, did you leave a message when you tried to call Max?
Yes. Clark, what do you think?
I don't know.
Andrew?
I'd rather not say.
Rachel, you cannot possibly win this on your own.
I know that. That's why I've come here to try to convince you.
Convince me of what?
To let me go. Tony, I'll sign whatever you want me to sign. I don't want your money. I don't want anything from you. I just want to go back to San Francisco. Only I don't know how I'm going to do that because I don't even have any money to pay the hotel bill. I mean, I'm eating thanks to Lewis and the money that he loaned Marty.
Lewis.
Yes, Lewis, the guy that used to work here. Tony, I don't want to come back to this house. I don't like it here, and everybody here hates me.
Didn't I say we would get our own place?
I don't want to live with you.
I want you close by, Rachel.
Why? Why does it always have to be the way you want it to be?
Because it only makes sense. How can you possibly go back to San Francisco right now? I spoke with your doctor. He said your condition is extremely delicate. You cannot go back there and get a job and take care of yourself and your baby.
You said it. It's my baby. I'll take care of it.
No. No way.
What if the baby wasn't yours?
I don't believe a word of that. I don't believe a word that Max says, Rachel.
Would you believe me? What if I told you that it really was Max's baby? Would you give me a divorce?
Is it mine or not?
Yes.
And I have every right, Rachel. Every right to make sure that that baby is taken care of.
That's all you care about is the baby.
Why did you call Max, Rachel, as soon as you left the house?
Annie gave me a description of David Larchmont, and it sounded exactly like Max. So I wanted Annie to get a good look at Max and see if it was the same person.
And what happened?
She said she's never seen Max before. Do you know a friend of Annie's named Julie?
I know the name. I don't know her, no.
Who told you about her?
Why?
Tony. Did you hire David Larchmont to make my life miserable? Did you? Did you do it so you'd have a reason to get rid of me?
Who put that idea in your head, Rachel? It's absolutely crazy.
You paid Julie. She has a check. She showed it to me. She said David Larchmont gave it to her in your name. She said you wanted her to find someone to be the victim of Marnie's accident. Is that true?
Who told you that?
Julie!
James, come into my office right away.
Let him come. I'd like to hear his version.
Camille, no! Tony's so angry right now if he sees Max. I don't think I could stand another fight like that.
Victoria's right, Camille. We should postpone that conversation for a while.
Well, if they get into a fight, the two of you can step in and stop them.
Oh, no way. Are you nuts? I wouldn't get in the middle of that. I'd get killed.
Hello? Hello, is Max in? When he comes in, tell him to stay there. Tell him his mother's coming over. Thank you.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, James.
Any news on the checkbook, James?
Nothing, sir. We've searched everywhere. Nothing, sir.
Someone stole the checkbook from my room the other night.
From your room?
Yeah.
Well, who do you think did it?
The same person that gave the check to Larchmont to give to Julie.
Nothing had ever disappeared before, sir.
Before what?
Before Martin came to work here.
No. Martin would never do something like this. Tony, Martin has no reason to do that. He likes us. He's also friends with my father.
James, prepare Rachel's room, huh? And the suite for her father and Marnie.
Very good, sir.
No.
They're moving back.
Very good, sir. If you'll excuse me.
Stop resisting this. You have no choice, Rachel. Tomorrow I'll look for a house for both of us.
Why can't we just wait till tomorrow to come over here?
Why?
Because I have to get used to this. I have to get used to the idea that I'm coming back to this jail. And I have to do whatever you want me to do.
It is for the both of us, Rachel.
He wanted to know, ma'am, if we'd found his checkbook and to prepare the bedrooms for Rachel and her family.
Then they're definitely staying.
That's what he said, ma'am.
James had one of the maids come to my room and help me pack.
Are you really going to go?
Yes. Come along, James. Let's be quick about it.
Victoria, don't be foolish.
Can you believe that? I think Victoria's wrong.
Well, yeah, I think Victoria is wrong, too. She hates Rachel because she thinks Max is completely innocent.
What do you think?
The truth?
Well, of course the truth.
I think Max did everything Rachel says he did.
Agreed. I'm taking Rachel back to the hotel. I'll see you later.
Well, I thought you were staying.
No. Not tonight. Tomorrow they all move back into the house.
Good night.
Mother?
Oh, God.
Are you all right? Yes, Vámonos. Vámonos!
Are you all right? What's happened?
Rachel's moving back in.